My equipment that I need. I need 2 small bowls and 2 medium bowls. I'm missing one of my small bowls. 2 small bowls and a medium bowl. I need a 4-ounce ladle. It says 4 ounces on the handle here when you see it tomorrow. I need 2 spatulas, 1 rubber, 1 normal. I also need a whisk, a set of measuring spoons, and a dry measuring cup. Nope. Dry. 1 cup. I also need a liquid measuring cup. Did I say a whisk yet? Yes. I did. Okay. I'm losing my mind. I need a fork. I have 2 forks. 2 forks. Those forks. I need a saute pan. And I need one of these flat top griddles here. Oh, green cutting board and a chef's knife. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is make my pancake batter. So I'm going to take one of my medium bowls, and I'm going to add my 2 bananas into that medium bowl. Peel bananas like they're bananas. What's wrong, Anthony? What's up? I'm going to take one of my forks, and I'm just going to mash it until I get a baby food like consistency here. You be eating baby food, Bella? The what? Oh, the stars? Yeah, okay, yeah, those are tough. Those are good. That's next week's recipe. Oh, yeah. Like little cereal things. Do you not have younger siblings? Oh, so you don't know that. He's not. Bro don't know. I can't catch a break. Alright, so I should just end up with a consistency like this. Looks like mashed bananas. Avery, try to stay awake. Looks like mashed bananas. To this, I'm going to add my 1 3/4 cup of milk to my mashed bananas. Just get this little mixer-rooney. And then I'll set this to the side. In my other medium bowl is going to go my 2 cups of whole wheat flour. going to add my 2 teaspoons of baking powder, because all my dry ingredients are going in here. And how many teaspoons of baking soda was it again? I know it's 1 1/2. Yeah. And how much salt again? Half a teaspoon? Yeah. 1 1/2 of salt?
Half a teaspoon.
You almost just ruined everything. Half a teaspoon of salt. Also, instead of honey, I forgot to mention this, the honey went bad. It just turned into like honeycomb inside the bottle, so we can't use it. We're going to use 1.5 tablespoons of just pure white sugar. Yes, granulated. Take my whisk and mix everything just to incorporate it throughout my flour. And then I'm going to make a little well in the center. So I'm going to push everything away from the center, all my flour away from the center of the bowl, just so I can see the bottom of it. I'm going to add my wet ingredients, which is my bananas and my milk here. Beautiful sound. Beautiful sound. Music to my ears. I love it. Now I'm just going to mix all this until I get a pretty thin consistency. I'm heating up my griddle right now just to medium heat, which is the number 3 that you'll see tomorrow. We don't want to overmix this because then we'll have tough pancakes. So we just want to mix everything to combine. We don't want to hydrate all the flour because we like those lumps in there. We want lumps in your pancakes. Don't let anybody tell you different. I'm going to set this aside. Actually, before I start doing anything else, I'm going to take my butter and I'm going to spread it on my flat top here. Alright, then I'll take my 4-ounce ladle.
I already have that.
And I'm just going to scoop that 4 ounce onto my griddle here. And we're just going to let these pancakes cook.
No, I'm gonna make them into yes.
Alright, while I'm waiting for these pancakes to cook, I can start dealing with my omelet. We'll start with the shallot first. We're just going to cut this just like it's an onion. I'm going to cut off the front here. We're going to make vertical cuts down the length of the shallot, not cutting all the way through it. It's just like how we cut an onion. And then I'll make cuts going into the onion this way, horizontal cuts. Or the shallot, not the onion. It's pretty much the onion. It's the root of an onion. And then I'll cut all the way through to get small diced shallots here. I'll put these to the side. Mushrooms. I want to take the stems off because those don't taste like anything. And all I'm going to do is slice them all the way down. Thin slices, just all the way through. Do that with all 3. You will, eventually. I used to hate mushrooms. Now I love them. And our garlic, we're going to mince that. I don't care how you mince it. I just want it minced. Hey, Sophia, can you grab me a garlic press from the kitchen, please? I'm going to use a garlic press because that's going to make my life so much easier because I don't feel like mincing garlic. My green onions. We're gonna cut these real easy. That one's gross. This. All right, so I'm gonna cut off the furry bit at the end and the white. I don't like the white part. Now I'm gonna cut where my knife is almost straight up against it, but it's kind of at, say, a 15-degree angle. Thank you so much. So I'm just gonna cut slices here, almost straight up, but I'm still on a bias, and I'm cutting really thin. So I have just little shards of green onion here. Garlic, I don't feel like mincing it, so I got a garlic press. I'm just gonna load the garlic in there. So, yeah, I don't care. There we go. Garlic. All right, so I have that done. My pan, I want to turn it to medium heat. There. On my pan on medium heat, I'm gonna let that heat up for a minute. All right, we know how to separate egg whites. Yeah? All right, I'm not gonna walk you through it. I'm just gonna do it. Oh, I'm so stupid. Yeah. It's fine.
I'm trying to do it.
Oh, got him. Got him. So we know when pancakes are done, when the edges start to look dull and the bubbles on the top pop. But I can check underneath here if they're brown or if they feel too mushy. So not yet. Not quite yet. Alright, I'm going to have a bowl tomorrow with all of the egg yolks. I might do some of them, I don't know. But to my egg whites, I want to add my salt and pepper. Just a pinch of each. Almost. I'm going to add my splash of milk. Just a douche. Just a skosh. And I'm going to mix this up with my fork. You don't need to scramble these too crazy. Alright, my pan is heated. I'm going to add my Earl into my pan. Heat that up. You guys are making 2 omelets tomorrow. I'm only doing 1 because I don't feel like making 2. Into my pan with the oil, I'm going to add my mushrooms. And I'm just going to saute these until they look soft and all their water has evaporated from them. I'm going to add a bit of salt. Put my pancakes. Yeah, I added just a bit of salt. Pancakes. Sideworks, while I'm waiting for this. Team 1, you have dish machine. 2, you have sinks and floors. 3 compartment sink. 4, you have laundry. 5, you have racks, ranges, and line. And 6, you have supply tables and microwaves. Any questions? Alright, good. Alright, once my mushrooms are starting to look a little dark here, I'm going to add my shallots to the pan. I'm just looking to soften these up. I don't want to brown them or anything. I'm just trying to get them soft and translucent. Alright, my shallots are starting to look soft. I can add my garlic now. Now I'm just cooking my garlic until it's fragrant, until I can smell it in the pan. Once it's fragrant, I'm going to add another little bit of oil. I'm going to bring my spatula, my rubber one, over to my pan. And I'm going to add my egg whites and turn down my heat a little bit. I want to constantly be stirring this. We want to scramble our egg before we turn it into an omelet, so I'm going to be moving the pan, making sure everything gets incorporated. I can take it off the heat if it's getting a little too overcooked and stir it here. I'm pushing down the edges. I'm just going to keep cooking it. When my eggs are starting to look real scrambled, I'm just going to let it set, make sure all the eggs are spread out over the pan. I'm going to let the bottom of my omelet here cook just for a minute. I'm going to take these pancakes off. When we take our pancakes off, we just want to stack them high on a plate. That's what's going to keep them warm. I'm just going to keep going for the rest of them. Want to unstick my omelet. When it freely moves from the bottom, I'm going to try to flip it over. It's got to go crazy.
Oh, we did it.
I'm him. I'm so him. Don't even try to tell me I'm not. Stay in. You win state one time. You think you're so cool. Look, you're swimming. How do you win state by swimming? Everybody knows how to swim. I literally know how to swim. We're gonna race, bro. I just swim in high school. Look at these limbs. I'm like Michael Phelps over here. Got nothing on me. Huh?
You know what it is?
I thought that was a moon, and then I saw like a.
It's a tablespoon with a teaspoon. Except when I'm the wrestling coach, it's a wrestling
You're
game.
gonna regret that when you're like 80 or something. If you live that long.
I have no regrets. No regrets. It's gonna be my next tattoo.
Yep.
Alright, I want to flip my egg back over. I'm going to add my quarter cup of cheese onto 1/2 of my omelet here. Now I want to fold the other half over my cheese. I'm going to turn my heat to low and let that cheese melt.
Oh, I thought you said I jumped in.
half them are cooked. I think like half the kids in this class have abs.
Oh, Chef G.
What?
I ordered the jacket this morning, my test.
You're gonna come to the meeting today?
Yep.
I might get one. I don't know. It looks cool.
I got the full thing down.
Oh, you would. You would get the full thing on.
How long is the meeting?
Well, it's over. We'll let you know when we say, does anybody vote against closing the meeting? It'll be over right after that. You gotta remember, we don't run the meetings. You guys do.
It won't take long. A lot of people last week missed points on their lab planning sheets because they didn't fill out HACCP. So I think you should all fill out the HACCP portion. And fill out the staffing correctly, who's executive chef, who's doing what. Make sure you all do that correctly, please. So I don't have to take off more points. Thank you. Alright, when my pancakes are done, I'm going to add syrup because I'm not a monster. And when my almonds done, I'm going to plate it and I'm going to add my green onions on top. And then we're finished. You guys are doing 2 almonds tomorrow. You're going to do all of your pancakes, all the batter that you have. But that's it for tomorrow. This is all we're doing. Does anybody have questions?